Hi there, and welcome to the 15th Annual Sustainable Communities Workshop. My name is Jackie Leibowitz, and I'm the Water Resources Program Assistant at IFAS Extension, Sarasota County. So today we're going to be talking about water conservation, and in particular, what we as individuals can do to ensure that our future generations have enough water. So, on today's agenda, we're going to briefly go over where your water comes from, why we want to conserve in the first place, and some steps you can take at home to conserve water. Afterwards, we're going to look at our free Water Conservation in Sarasota County online course, and I'm going to show you how to register and what you can expect from the content. And at the very end, I'm even going to show you a sneak preview of a couple courses that we have in development. So if that sounds good to you, let's get started. So what is potable water and where does it come from? Well, potable water is the water that we use for drinking, bathing, washing our clothes and dishes, and flushing our toilets. But where does it come from? Well, only 3% of the water on Earth is fresh water, which is the water that we use for drinking. And if we break it down further, nearly 70% of that fresh water is trapped in glaciers and ice caps. The remaining amount that is readily accessible for human use is where we get our potable water. So we draw our water from groundwater found in aquifers and surface water found in sources such as rivers, springs, and lakes. Although we can get our potable water from multiple sources, the majority of Floridians receive their water from underground aquifers. In fact, more than 90% of the potable water used in the state is from groundwater. Sarasota County gets its drinking water from a variety of different sources. We get the majority of our water from the Peace River and the Manatee River, both surface water sources. The rest comes from several different wells located throughout the county that draw from the Floridan aquifer. No matter where your water comes from or how it's treated, you can be sure that it's both delicious and safe to drink. So a question that we have to consider is, with so much development, do we have enough water for everyone moving to Florida? The short answer is no. In fact, we're looking at a shortage of 400 million gallons per day by 2035. To meet this, we have to consider the following ways to expand our water resources. Of course, the easiest thing to do is conserve water. Water conservation is a cheap and effective way to make an impact as individuals. Other ways we can meet this demand is through using reclaimed water or recycled wastewater to irrigate large portions of land and for other water-intensive projects. Another option we have is to store excess water in aquifers through deep well injections and in surface waters like ponds and lakes. That way, this can be recovered when there is a need for it. Some places have also started implementing brackish groundwater treatments, such as reverse osmosis. This removes any salt from the water and makes it okay to drink. However, it's a fairly expensive process. So now that we know what potable water is, where it comes from, and why we want to conserve it, we can go ahead and ask the question, how can you conserve water? So here are some quick tips to help you conserve water from Holly Abeles, a Brevard County Extension agent. You can install and use low-flow shower heads and water flow restrictor taps. These are available at most local hardware stores. Another tip is to take shorter showers instead of taking a bath. Usually 5 minutes is enough to get you clean. Another tip is to install a water-efficient toilet. So we'll be diving a little bit more into water-efficient devices on the following slide. You can also turn off the water when you're brushing your teeth or shaving. It might seem like a small step, but over time you're actually saving quite a bit of water. Scrape your plate instead of rinsing it before you put it in the dishwasher. And only run the dishwasher or washing machine when you have a full load. Another idea is to plug the sink when you're washing your dishes by hand. Then you can reuse that water elsewhere, so to water your plants or use in your toilet tank. The possibilities are endless. Reuse towels when you can, and be sure to get those water leaks fixed. So water-efficient devices can save you a huge amount of water and money each year, and you barely have to change your habits. If you were to install water-efficient shower heads, faucet aerators, toilets, dishwashers, and washing machines in your home, you would be able to save nearly 12,000 gallons of water annually. That's about 220 bathtubs a year. So if you do decide to install water-efficient devices in your home, be on the lookout for the WaterSense label. WaterSense is an initiative by the EPA, or the Environmental Protection Agency, where eligible devices use 20% less water than the standard market product, without sacrificing any performance. So you get the same great product that does the same thing, but uses less water. You can find out what some of these products are by visiting the website on the screen, and even see if you qualify for any rebates. So these are just a few tips and tricks to help you get started on your water conservation journey. Remember that conservation counts for all kinds of water, and that includes city and well water. If you're interested in learning more about some of these topics, you can take our free Water Conservation in Sarasota County online course. It's available at bit.ly/waterconservationsc. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dive into this Water Conservation in Sarasota County course. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what to expect in terms of content, and of course show you how to register. So let's start off with finding out how to register. You can either follow the link that I provided on the previous slide, or you can go to ifas-sarasota.catalog.instructure.com. And I recommend bookmarking this page because not only does it have the Water Conservation in Sarasota online course, but you also have access to all of the other online courses that we're putting together at our office. So once you find yourself at this page, an easy way to get to our course is to just click the Water Conservation in Sarasota County. So once you do that, you'll be brought to this page, and then it's as simple as clicking Enroll. From there, you just put in your full name and the email that you want to use to access your new Canvas account. And if you already have an account through Canvas Catalog, you can go ahead and sign in and use that. So after that, you're going to go ahead, press Enroll in the course, and you'll get an email at the address that you provided that will take you to your new Canvas Catalog dashboard. So in here you can see your courses that are in progress, the courses that you've completed, and of course things that you're still working on. So you'll notice Water Conservation in Sarasota County right at the bottom there. Just click Go to Course, and then you're officially in the system. So let me go ahead and get in Student View. Fantastic. So this is the homepage of the course. You can see the course title right here, Water Conservation in Sarasota County, and below that we have some buttons available. Of course, we have our pre and post survey, which we ask that you complete while you're taking the course. And then we have a resources and glossary button, and I'll show you what those are like right now. So when you're taking the course, you might run into some links that are mentioned, or you might be wondering about a certain topic and you want more information on it. Go to the resources section to see, broken up by topic, what some of those resources might be. And here we have the links, and all you have to do is just click on the title that appeals to you, and it will take you to an external website where you can check out whatever resource you clicked. So that is a handy little tool while you're going through the course. Another thing you can do is check out the glossary. Now the glossary is useful in case you run into any terms that you're not familiar with while you're going through the presentations. So here you can see a number of words that were selected and defined that might not be so familiar. Now, one trick that I would like to suggest, if you're looking for something in particular that you'd like a definition to, go to your keyboard, hold down CTRL and F, and that will give you a little search bar. From there, you can type in whatever term you would like a definition for, press Enter, and it will be highlighted on the page. So we just found out that limestone is a carbonate mineral that is primarily made of the shells of dead marine organisms. How fun. But other than that, on the homepage, you will find some information about the course. It'll take about 1.5 hours to complete. You can take the whole course, which we recommend, but if you're interested in just one section, that is fine as well, just as long as you complete the pre and post survey as you move along the course. So if you want more information on the course content and access to a Canvas tutorial, if this happens to be your first time on Canvas, just click on that one little link under course information and it'll take you to this page. And from there, it'll describe the course, tell you what to expect, provide a Canvas tutorial, and then my contact information in case you have a question about what you're going through or need help accessing certain content. So here is also a little navigation tutorial that applies to this course in particular. So in case you don't have access to this presentation or you decide to visit the course much later on and you forget everything I said, which is absolutely fair because it's a lot, we have this here to help you out. And so you just go down, it'll describe some of the buttons and features on the home page, how you can navigate through these topics and from page to page, and how to take the quiz or the pre and post surveys. So our topics include water science, water rules, and water conservation. So you can see here some of the things that we're going to be covering in these 3 sections. So if you're interested in a particular topic and you want to listen to that presentation, all you have to do is go to the home page, scroll down till you get to your list of topics, and let's say you're really into leaks and detecting them, which you should be because it's a big water saver. Go ahead and click, and then that's going to take you to the start of the section. And then from there, you just click next, go through some of the presentations if you want to. If not, here you go. You found yourself at detecting leaks, and then you just press play and listen to a 9-minute long presentation by yours truly. These are hosted on YouTube, so that gives you some flexibility on how you want to watch them. You can either click the YouTube icon here, and that's going to let you watch it on youtube.com, or if you want to see it in a bigger format, there's a little full screen button right here. You click that, and then you can see all the text and images without any problem. Another fun little exercise we have thrown in here, which I'm sure is going to incentivize you to sign up for this course, is our conservation crossword. So I have designed for participants a very fun family activity. So you take some water conservation terms that you've learned throughout the course, follow the instructions here, see where they plug in best, and voila. Got yourself a fun thing to do for an hour or 2. If you complete all the requirements, and that includes the pre and post survey, as well as this water conservation pledge that you'll find at the end of the course, you'll get a certificate of course completion. So there's some information on how to access it there, but essentially Canvas knows when you've completed these requirements. And then when you go back to your dashboard on Canvas Catalog, you will see a certificate available for water conservation in Sarasota County. And then you can brag to all your friends that you are a conservation superstar. So beyond our water conservation in Sarasota County online course, we are about to put out live a Healthy Yards Irrigation Program Irrigation Basics course. So this is going to be a great resource for those of you who don't really know a whole lot about irrigation, but happen to have an automated irrigation system. So some of the things that you're going to be finding here that are different from the water conservation course are presentations about Florida-friendly landscaping, when to water, types of irrigation, some of the components you might encounter in your irrigation system, what hydrozones are, water rules and regulations so that you can irrigate according to state and county laws, rain sensors, smart irrigation controllers, and the list goes on. So there are a lot of resources here for you so you can get a better idea of how your irrigation system works. And it's the same principle as before. We have our resources, our glossary, our pre and post survey. But what's really exciting about this guy is that we have a water savings calculator that's being developed. So this calculator is a tool to help you evaluate your irrigation system and see where you could save water and money with certain changes to your irrigation behavior. So you select your source of water, and then from there, you click on the things that you plan on doing with your irrigation system. So let's say you want to install a soil moisture sensor. Great, check it off on the list. Let's say that you want to convert some spray head nozzles to multi-stream, multi-trajectory MSMT nozzles, which we highly recommend doing. Go ahead, check it. Let's say you also want to reduce your irrigation frequency during the winter. So you skip a week of irrigation in the winter. Great, fantastic. And then the other thing is you can follow our recommendation of watering 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of water per irrigation application. Let's say you want to do 1/2 inch. Fantastic. Now see how much water you're saving per year and take a look at that money right there. You know, all this water adds up over time, and you can save yourself quite a bit if you keep up with these behaviors. So another thing is too, a lot of this stuff is pretty passive. So once you get it installed, you're just going to be saving $151 pretty much every year from then on out, which is pretty exciting. So that's one feature that we have that's part of the Healthy Yards irrigation program. But other than that, we got the same thing going on with the video presentations. So all you gotta do is click play and you have access to some great educational content. One other course that we're gonna be offering soon is the DIY irrigation course. So that's gonna feature some more hands-on tips and tricks for repairing some components of your irrigation system. Let's say your sprinkler head isn't delivering water like it's supposed to. How do you raise it? How do you change the filter? How do you move it to a different location where it's going to get more use? Well, you will have to stay tuned to find out. So we'll have both of these courses available to you soon, definitely in the next couple months. And if you want to participate, it's as simple as going to the website I mentioned before. That's ifas-sarasota.catalog.instructure.com. You'll be redirected to this page, and it'll be one of the options that you can click on and enroll in. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the demo. Interested in learning more about water? Check out our upcoming webinars on Eventbrite. On November 4th, we have water conservation in Sarasota County, where we'll talk to you about where our water comes from and what steps you can take to conserve it. On November 14th, we have stormwater pond management from algae to birds. Learn how to increase the function of your pond while reducing time and money spent on management. On November 18th, we have reclaimed water and landscape management. Join us in a panel of UF researchers to find out how to best use reclaimed water for your landscape. And on December 9th, we have water conservation in Sarasota County again for those who may have missed it. And December 12th, finally, we have maximize your water use with microirrigation. Curious about whether microirrigation makes sense for you and your landscape? Learn about the ins and outs of microirrigation, including how it works and some tips for installation. If any of those events sound good to you, you can register now at the following link, www.eventbrite.com/o/UF-Sarasota-Sarasota-422952084. I hope you enjoyed the short presentation and getting a peek at our new online courses. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and if you find yourself with any questions or course feedback, do not hesitate to reach out. You can contact me at jleibowitz@ufl.edu. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the 15th Annual Sustainable Communities Workshop.